This is Julie, and I'm here with Steve, and we are going to learn this really fun wrestling, like WWE game called Supershow.
Julie, thank you so much. I'm Steve. They call me the SRG BOSS. I created Supershow, the game. It is the #1 wrestling game in the world where you can live all your wildest wrestling fantasies without ever taking a chair shot. And we do have characters that we signed that debuted in WWE, so there are licensed characters.
Wow.
There are original characters like we have here, the Big Shot and the Rising Sun. We also have characters that have been signed to big companies like AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
Right here at Gen Con, we debuted 5 independent female wrestlers. So we had an all-full independent female release. We were really excited about that. So I'm going to warn you guys, if you pick up this game, you try it at home, it's going to feel like a real wrestling match, so don't punch anybody or try to throw them through the kitchen table.
Yes, sir.
So the game is really simple. The object of the game, just like a real wrestling match, is you want to hit a finish card for a chance to win. You have 3 finish cards in your pre-constructed deck. It'll say finish in the top right-hand corner. To play a finish, you have to have any follow-up in play, like the capture suplex. You'll have 12 follow-ups in your deck. And to play a follow-up, you have to have a lead in play. That is 15 leads in your pre-constructed deck, like kick. So it's lead, follow-up, finish, and they compete in the Legendary Fighting Federation, or the LFF, to help you remember that order. Now, we like to call ourselves the world's first unpredictable game. One of those reasons is because you have this color-coded skill dice. It matches up with the skill chart on your competitor card. Each turn, we roll to see who gets to play a card. So, for example, if I rolled with the Big Shot, I get A for agility. That's a 5 on my card. And if my opponent rolled with the Rising Sun, they would get T for technique, as you see. That's 9. 9 is higher than 5.
Correct.
Rising Sun takes a turn. He gets to draw 1 card, and he gets to play 1 card.
Oh, wow.
Now, you get to play 1 card a turn. To remind you, no cards in play. You could play a lead. If you already had a lead down, you could play a follow-up. If you had a follow-up in play, you could play a finish card for a chance to win. Now, what makes the game exciting is, like, unlike other games, you don't rotate turns.
Oh.
After you play a card, you roll again. So just like a real wrestling match, somebody might win a bunch of turns in a row and beat up on another player.
Okay.
So it's very exciting and back and forth. My favorite part of the game is how you win. When you hit a finish card, you're going to have a chance to win the game. What you're going to do is you're going to roll what's called a finish roll.
Oh.
That's basically how effective your finishing move was. For example, here, I got technique of 9 on my card. My opponent would have 3 breakout rolls to tie or beat that. That's going to be trying to answer the referee's 3 count. So, for example, we'd be looking for power or strike to kick out of that. Let's see how we get there. That's a strike 10. Big Shot just says, get off me, kicks out. What happens when you kick out? The crowd is going to go crazy. Look, they're literally on their feet here at Gen Con for us. You take the crowd meter, you raise it up to level 1. This makes your finishing moves a little bit stronger.
Okay.
All the cards in play are discarded for both players, and they'd have to work their way back up for the finishing move. This time when the finish hits, it's a little bit stronger as the match progresses.
Wow.
So very easy to learn and play. Everything you need for 2 players comes right in the box. Our products are not randomized. The contents are listed. You'll also notice that all the cards are numbered. So if you have 2 different box sets, you could switch cards in and out, but you must play with cards numbered 1 through 30. And as you see, all the cards are numbered right there.
And what's the MSRP on this?
Online, it is $25 for everything you need with 2 players. At conventions, we usually do deals at $20 as well.
Okay.
You could get them through GTS distribution. You can also go direct to supershowthegame.com and pick these up.
Awesome. And about how long do you think it takes to play it?
Most games run about 5 to 15 minutes, but it is very unpredictable, as you see with the dice. You could win a game in 4 or 5 turns. You know, even 3 is possible. It's difficult. You could have some games that your opponent just won't stay down, and you go all the way up to a 5 crowd meter. Those games tend to be a little bit longer.
Okay.
They're definitely way more rare. But I'd say, on average, you could get all your game done in about 30 minutes.